Welcome to all inspiring chefs, cooks, and everything in between alike. This is Griever, your guys' host as always, bringing you guys the latest episode review of Shokugeki no Souma, the fourth plate, episode 4. Let's get cooking, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm really behind on these reviews, just because there's so much other content. Really busy weekend, but I seem to have so much content lately that I can't even seem to keep up. But I'm going to try to knock off this one and one more this week to try to at least play a little bit of catch up. I know I said by, today pretty much that I would be caught up, but that just didn't happen over the weekend. But let's just talk about episode 4, because honestly, it can be summarized really quick because there are two main things I want to talk about that they're not the big bulk of the episode. And it's more about Megami's character development here in this episode and alongside Shinomiya's, and I love Chef Shinomiya. I mean, he is one of my favorite characters that aren't of the main cast. He's definitely one of my favorites. So I'll talk about him a little bit. And outside of that, I just want to talk about the idea of how they trained. That sending Aldani, Megami, and or Takumi, Megami, and Souma all together was a strategic way to make it so they have a chance at winning. They are up against the 4th, 3rd, and 7th seat, I believe. Remember, the order slightly changed when people left. So let's just get into this episode. Pretty much, it's starting off. We're starting the third bout. These are the people fighting. We got Saito versus Souma. We got Momo versus Megami. And we got Aizen versus Takumi, right? That's the matchups. We have basically quite a bit of fluff going on. We jump around from the past, and here's the training, and here's what they did to work towards being really good and all that stuff. And the episode, the other main half, ends with, it's really well done. I really like these judges, especially, I like Anne, and I like, I don't know the other two's names, but I like their reactions. I think it's really done in this episode. Of course, it's always over the top. The foodgasms, right? They're always over the top, but I love them, especially this interpretation of it with the whole, Shinomiya's the coach, and Megami finally found her inner guts, her inner stride to be like, she's the boxer. She's like, okay, I'm $1 million baby. Let's do this, sort of idea, right? I really like that idea. As a big fan of movies like Raging Bull, Rocky, all those usually uplifting stories, and of course $1 Million Baby, but I mean, we all know what happened there. But so this reference really, I really enjoyed this. But the later half of this episode is simply they tried Momo's dish, which looked beautiful. Like, I'm interested if you could ever, you'd have to be some level of pastry chef or something to be able to pull off this type of look. Making the pie crust and just making it into a weaved basket, and each basically like cupcake of roses, this apple tart, but it looks like a rose, looks like a cupcake. It's really impressive. The presentation is gorgeous, of course. And Megami's dish ends up being, because their thing is apple, right? So Megami ends up making this similar to a pancake, I guess. It's called a tordoki, a dorayoki, something like that. I'm not familiar with the word. It seems to be some type of filled pancake assembly, similar, a Japanese style pancake, or maybe another cuisine. I'm not 100%. But it is very interesting. But it's very plain Jane, right? They haven't fully tasted. There's apparently another. I mean, they both taste each dish, and they're blown away like fireworks, like a kung pao, like a I'm beautiful in a serene garden. We do all the animations. But then at the very end of the episode, we have that Megami, there is one more hidden flavor inside this very plain Jane pancake type dish. So, that's basically where we end off. Now, the two things I want to talk about leading up to this competition, because we don't know. One of the things, let's just go with the team battle part, because the team battle thing is they are working together. They grouped up after doing all the mock team battles together, right? Working with Choricho, working with Shinomiya, working with Sazamon, working with Chef Dojima, working with these guys, and they managed to do countless team battles, and the judges even recognize that this is the way to put the Elite 10, who are all solo chefs in their own right, but they don't really practice working together. This is a good way to get at least an upper hand, a +1, a handicap, an advantage over the Elite 10 because they are going to all work together. They're going to use their other specializations. They're going to not waste any time. They're not going to waste a single second. And they are going to pull off flavors and dishes that wouldn't be possible if it was a 1v1 match. This is a team battle, so they are going to treat it like a team battle, and they're going to assist each other. And we see that even much more complex than just smoked soy sauce for Kuga. This is going to be a much bigger, team assembly. And the judges even recognize this. It looks like I'm watching an experienced kitchen with chefs that have worked together for years. And it does seem to flow. There doesn't seem to be any mistakes. Souma's working on something for Takumi while working on something for Megumi. Megumi's working on something for Takumi while she's working on something for Souma. And they're all just constantly revolving each other. And this is going to bring out amazing flavors for each of the individual dishes, of course. Megumi is, of course, up first. So I just wanted to bring that up. I thought that was really cool because it makes sense. Like, that's the point. They have been fighting with this team battle mentality this whole time, while the Elite 10 do not. It's on a very low scale, like the friendship power-up thing, but in this context, see, this is the friendship power-up, or the good guy power-up, done correctly. It doesn't really have to do with friendship. It's not because they're the good guys fighting for the good cause, and my friends need my help, and because I have friends, you guys aren't friends, so you guys can't surpass my cooking. It's not like that. It's simple. It's factual. It's true. If you have multiple high-level chefs in a kitchen working under 60-minute time limit, all help assisting each other, you're probably going to be able to produce, in general, a better dish. Why do you think that even high-level chefs, why do you think you need a sous chef and a pastry chef and all these other things? This guy works on the hors d'oeuvres. This one works on the desserts. This one's working on the sauces. This one's, there's all these. I mean, just watch Hell's Kitchen and you'll get an idea for why you need multiple different chefs in the kitchen to make these big plates and stuff. So I really like this aspect because this was a proper way to showcase working together, teamwork, and friendship and team effort does pay off in the right context. It works well, and here in Shokugeki no Soma episode 4 we do see this working really well, so I really like that. And then the other part ties into this a little bit, Shinamai, because after they did countless team battles on the train, they basically said, okay, we got Sazanuma for Arena, we got Dojima for Takumi, we have, of course, Jorichiro for Souma. Who is going to train Megumi? And Shinamaya shows up, right? Shinamaya shows up. Master Shinamaya, Chef Shinamaya, the magician of French cuisine, right? And I love it, as I said, I love this character, and his attitude and everything is great. And the interaction, the growth between the two characters. Shinamaya recognizing that he doesn't believe he was ever wrong in certain ways that he did things necessarily, but he realized that he is one of the things that after doing the training days with Souma, realizing that he might be leading people one day, like more chefs and more people will look to him for guidance, not for ridicule, but for actual to lead them to where he got and lead them properly. It was a good growth for him, not necessarily as a chef, but as a head chef, as a leader, as someone who will bring about another generation. It's his job to not just stand on top lonely and bitter, but his job to actually, give the next generation something, from the top sort of idea. And in this way, we see that growth somewhat here in small doses, and we see that he even says, like, Souma, like, when I thought about that, it was her and Souma that came to my mind. And I just thought, you know what, he has to do something. As he said, the Izami administration, Central, they come at me, they ain't changing me. I am the he's got the 3-star, like, he's got the restaurants with the stars. He's got the Azami administration can't tell him what to do, and that makes a lot of sense. It's like nobody's gonna come over and tell Jorichiro or they're not gonna tell Joshiro, and they're not gonna tell Chef Dojima, any of them. They're not gonna tell them what to do. There are certain characters, I believe, in this series that just Megashima was one of them too. He was like, I'm protecting all the ramen shops, and they just ain't going to be able to win. Simple, right? So that's fine and dandy. They knew they would have competition like that, but he still nonetheless showed up to train Megumi, and it's this good development of Megumi's character because we see, of course, Shinomiya acting like Shinomiya, but then she remembers the whole idea of, somebody basically accepting training, harsh, battle-hardened training, to forge a good way of strengthening one's own resolve and such. And she remembers reading these mangas and stuff about that type of very classic thing that's going on right now, and accepting the grueling training, the hellish training in manga always pays off, and it's a good thing. So she gets this fire lit under her, a spark in her eye, and she's ready to go, and it's great. Shinomiya's a little caught off guard, but they train, they work together, they keep working and working and working at it, and he even stays behind to watch, and he even says, like, she is not a fool, I have faith in her and stuff. And it's great because we see this, as I said, the boxing match stuff with him, like the coach is there behind her, like, I'm here with you, you're doing your best, that's all I can ask of you. I believe you have the potential to win this match, to win this bout. So that's really cool. I love that. Shinomiya, of course, one of my favorite characters. So yeah, I really like this direction they took. It was interesting to not have Shinomiya show up and help Souma, because we already have, Joshiro's already there. So since Joshiro's there, it doesn't, why do we need Shinomiya? We get Shinomiya from Megumi, which is great character development on both sides for me personally. But yeah, that's basically the end of the episode, guys. Sorry for how short this is, or I guess it's not that short, 10, 12 minutes. Either ways, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're going to be jumping through episode 5. I'm probably going to watch it. I haven't watched that yet, so I'm going to have to watch that today or tomorrow. Try to play catch up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to hit the bell notification if you guys want to know every single time I drop a video, whether it's your favorite type of content or not. At least that way you'll always know. Don't forget also that the link for my new Discord is down in the comment or description box down below. Feel free to join that too. We talk about a bunch of anime and manga and other stuff with a bunch of great people in there too. So thanks guys so much for watching. Keep cooking as always, and we'll see you back here next time.